You're watching France24. It's time now for our daily look at the international papers with Nadia Sharbil. Welcome to you, Nadia. It's starting with Poland, perhaps. Are the papers gloating that the gamble of the Kaczynski brothers in calling early elections seems to have rather massively backfired?
Absolutely. Poland is better off in Europe, and Europe is better off in Poland for Brussels' daily Le Soir. It's the end of an Ubuesque family affair, says the Daily. The Polish electorate was given a choice by the brothers between a self-conscious and ridiculed state and a state open to the world and respected by the international community. But what now, asks the Daily? With 70% of the electorate being right-wing, the country is headed for what it calls a bizarre cohabitation, even though the Platform Party hasn't always been a modern paragon, says Le Soir. It does have a good shot at making the difference. The paper also makes an interesting point about another angle of this election. Voter turnout among young people was particularly high, and it says that these young people understood what was at stake, that's freedom, their freedom, and that young people are now the beneficiaries of freedom, but also its guardians.
Right, well, moving on, French President Nicolas Sarkozy is in Morocco today, and he's been preparing the ground, if you like, with a bit of a media blitz, as ever. He's given an interview to Le Matin au Sahara. What does he make of it there?
Morocco is a first-rate partner for France, quotes the Daily as its headline. Le Matin paper takes the official line. The Daily says the French president is a straight talker, but in fact, this is a very political interview where Nicolas Sarkozy just presents his ideas for Morocco and his message for Morocco. But on the other hand, we have Arab language international news site Elaf. Its France specialist took us to the streets of Morocco to ask the Moroccans what they think of this visit. It seems the mood there is not quite as favourable. Notably, the French president's take on immigration laws has made a bad impression there.
Although I note the picture they're using is, of course, making reference to Sarkozy's recent divorce. So, I mean, you know, however much you want to talk about policy, they'll still talk about your personal life. But the thing that's upsetting people, of course, is the DNA testing for potential immigrants. That's caused waves right across the press in Europe and beyond.
Yes, absolutely. In the New York Times, there's also a scathing column on the subject today. The headline reads, "Pseudo-scientific bigotry in France. Immigration issues bring out the worst instincts in politicians, who should know better," says the paper. French politicians and voters should keep in mind recent history, making a reference to the Vichy collaboration with the Nazis there during the Second World War. And though immigrant bashing is an effective vote-getter, it says, Mr. Sarkozy wants to be seen as a statesman. Says the Times, he should act like one.
Goodness me, very harsh words indeed from New York. Finally, in Australia, you were telling us that online networking is evolving. I haven't even had time to sign up to MySpace, and apparently it's already not cool anymore.
No, definitely not cool. According to the Sydney Herald in Australia, MySpace is so 2006. MySpace slips to middle of the road as Facebook surges ahead, reads the headline. It appears that the teen site is showing signs of fatigue, and among Australian users, they're making their way to the rival site, Facebook. Can you guess why?
No, tell me. I haven't even signed up to that either. So.
A survey shows that mums and dads keen to ride the social networking are turning to MySpace, which is basically...
kiss of death.
Exactly, kiss of death. It could be costing the site a drop in shares as kids run for cover and more cool.
Right, well, apparently quite a few people on France24 are on Facebook. You can check us out. I'm not there. Nadia might be. Thanks very much indeed to Nadia Sharbil for that review of the French papers and beyond. Stay tuned to France24.